All right, Nikon, we need to talk. I've been a big believer in you for 12 years, and I've got all kinds of cameras and lenses to prove that. Now, let's get the microphone over here where we can actually hear. I don't really understand what's going on. You missed the best opportunity in the world during the COVID epidemic. Yeah, I know it's still going on, but when we had a couple of months there where everybody was tied to their home, all they had to do was read reviews and watch YouTube reviews. Perfect opportunity to jump out there and talk about what's up and coming. Instead of doing that, you've remained silent, releasing a couple of lenses that should have been released a long time ago, and a couple of cameras that very few people have been waiting for. I've got all the stills cameras I need. I want video. I know there are a lot of naysayers out there saying they don't want any video and cameras and blah, 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 but that's the lifeblood of the system now, whether anybody likes it or not. This is what we've come to. Everybody shoots video. And while everybody was raving about the R5 and Sony A7S3, we get the Nikon Z50, Z5. Nothing wrong with those cameras other than they don't compete in the market. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, people buying into a system or new shooters don't buy expensive cameras. And I'll tell you right now, that's a bunch of crap. They will. They'll buy into a system. The R5 wowed everybody, and everybody can complain about the overheating, this, that, whatever. Evidently, they've got that resolved now, and whether they do or they don't, they will. Meanwhile, all the Nikon shooters are sitting around twiddling their thumbs, and everybody's going to say, well, that's your fault. You're twiddling your thumbs. No, I'm using a Nikon Z6, which is what I'm on right now. But more importantly, I have money, and I'm waiting for Nikon to drop a comparable camera comparable to the Sony A7S3 and the Nikon R5, or Canon R5. If it doesn't happen soon, me, like so many others, will divest ourselves of all the Nikon gear that we have. New shooters, those that are up and coming, and video is the ticket now. New shooters are looking for a complete system to invest in. And when you look at the Nikon roadmap, and historically over the last couple of years, yeah, the Z6 is a great camera. The Z7 is a great camera. Not comparable to the new entries. If they don't see longevity in glass and camera bodies, then they're going to move to a system that does provide that. It's hard to talk people into Nikon right now. I know I can't do it. If anybody were to ask me, I could tell them, well, wait, let's see. But honestly, Nikon's kind of backed up. They've fallen down. I don't know what you're planning, Nikon, but you better get something out. Your marketing is atrocious, terrible. You better get something out there in the public now. There are a whole lot of people. You see people threatening to leave Nikon, but there are a whole lot of people that are leaving Nikon. I'm still here. I'll keep all my glass for my stills, but I may be moving into another camera for video and investing in that system. I think it's time that you guys did something besides sit around and keep everything a secret. And you know what? You better go after some younger shooters. Not all the old farts that hang out in Nikon rumors, all the naysayers. They're not buying your equipment anyway. They're looking for freebies. They want a comparable camera to the R5 and they want it for peanuts. They're not buying your products. It's all of us, not professionals. All of us amateurs out here that have money to spend, and we want to spend it on this, on Nikon. But if you don't give us something soon, there's a whole lot of us that are going to go by the way. It's not a threat. It's just real world. It's the way things are. So maybe, just maybe, your marketing team, which you need to fire and find some others, maybe they could put out a little bulletin, give us a little teaser, tell us what's coming and when we might expect it too. Because the history of your delivering products is not real good. It seems like something gets announced, officially announced, and it's forever and a day before it's available. Everybody's been waiting on the 70 to 200 forever. If it's a COVID issue, why aren't the other manufacturers strapped to that as well? Why is it only Nikon is fighting the COVID problem? I don't think that's what it is. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's the COVID issue. So maybe it's time for you, Nikon, to stand up, be heard, and talk to those of us that buy your products. Not all the naysayers and Nikon rumors that are waiting for another great film camera. If it were up to them, they would pick up a piece of charcoal and we'd all be doing petroglyphs on cave walls. Video's where it's at. You know it. Look at everybody else. Look at everybody else coming out with video cameras. You knew it when you came out with the Z6 and the Z7. But that's where you stopped. I don't want a Z6S. I don't want a Z7S. I want a new camera, something that rivals what we already see on the market, that's already being delivered. And hey, how about some super telephoto lenses? How about some more primes? Let's get going. Your roadmap looks okay. It's not phenomenal, but at least deliver what's on the roadmap. I'm a dedicated Nikon shooter, or at least I was until recently, but now I'm thinking about it's time to invest in another system that I see life in. Right now, I don't see a lot of life left in Nikon. I know Nikon, you're not going under. You're losing market share. I mean, monthly or quarterly. Maybe it's time to think again about your marketing team and your R&D process. And how about shipping things when you say they're going to ship? Get it in the consumer's hands. Let us have the items that you've already announced. All right, enough Nikon bashing. I'm still here. I'm on the Z6 right now. I don't know how much longer. I'm not buying a Z7. If whatever you come out with next doesn't compare to what's already on the market by other manufacturers, that may be just enough to push me over the edge. I'm not so heavily invested in the mirrorless Nikon system that I can't move on to something else. All right. For anybody that's out there that watches this video, drop your comments in here. Tell me what you think about where Nikon is and where they're going. I don't see a lot of movement. If they don't do something soon, I think there are going to be a lot of people that feel the same way I do. Thanks for watching. If you did, drop a comment. We're going to try to keep the content going on this channel. Maybe soon I can start praising Nikon again. All right, Nikon, the ball's in your court. It's up to you now.